Well, we're back and just getting ready to start the 5th match of the morning, of the day. You were asking about lunch earlier. We should have started talking about dinner. Now, this one will be a little more difficult, although since the teams don't trade sides, and the liberos will give it away. But you are setting up to watch Pleasant Valley taking on Xavier. Xavier on the left, Navy with the white libero, Pleasant Valley on the right, Navy with the pink libero. Olivia Thompson starting off with an ace for the Spartans of Pleasant Valley. They will be the home team on the scoreboard. So the scoreboard does not line up with where the teams are as you watch this. So we'll try to keep you abreast of that. And there's the Saints starting with their first chance at offense. Play at the net. It's going to be a point to the Saints. Side out. They win the joust at the net, which is going to happen most of the time when you send Ivester and McGill up against anybody on the other side. Yamakowski to serve at 1-all. Trying to find an opening in the defense. McGill with a big shot for the Saints. And at the bottom of the net, sliding in, unable to come up with it.
One of the things I'm going to be watching in this match, Mr. Beatty, is the two setters. They're very similar, and they have similar styles. They even look similar, and they're similar in height.
Yep.
15 and 13.
There's Winter with a miss for the Spartans. I'm sorry, Chloe Klein with a miss for the Spartans.
Both teams run a 5-1, and their setters can do a wide variety of different kinds of sets.
Point to the Spartans off the kill by Wood. I'm really excited about being on the same side of the court as Emily Wood and getting to see the left-hander hit from this side. We should get a really good look at her. Oh, and there's an ace out of the hand of Riley Morgan to tie up the score. Spartans to serve 3-all. And this follows the ace up with a service error. It's now 4-3. Saints with a side out. Garrison to serve at 3-4. Sorry, 4-3. Off with the underneath shot. Blocked at the net. They're going to call into the net.
17, I think.
Yep, that's going to be Ivester.
She had to hang for the block, and she caught the net on the way down, I think.
On the way down. So now to serve for the Spartans, Emily Wood. I think the only left-handed hitter we have out of these 4 teams today. Oh, miscommunication on the back line for the Saints as Brooklyn Miller collides with Macy Cadlick. Now Wood serve at 4-all.
So it's 5-4 now.
Oh, yeah, it is. They hadn't put the score up. Oh, right off the tape. Ooh, there's a shot blocked right back at Klein.
Lift called on that.
Nice block over there by Ivester and Winter.
They had the block covered, but the ball came down and rolled up the arm of the
Ritter
Pleasant
in.
Valley player.
Serving at 5-all.
Oh.
Tried to get away with it. Rough, tried to do the quick change. Now
that's what I get for telling you the setters were going to be good. They start out making a mistake right away.
To the casual observer, you would think that was a carry, but not called that way. Riley Morgan not able to come up with it for the Spartans, and Ritter gets her first point.
Actually, these teams today are so good. I'm actually sort of rooting for Xavier just because they haven't won. So I'd like to see every team win at least once.
Oh, trying to get to it. It's the shot for the Spartans came from Haley Weiss, tipping it into the middle of the defense. So now the Spartans with Klein serving 6-7. Winter with a shot. Doug, pass to the net, jousted at the net, and it's going to be a Saints point.
Oh, he's calling 4.
4 hits. Oh, it stayed on the tape. Nobody
I thought
touched
it got
it.
blocked, but apparently
too.
it didn't. He's looking right down the net, so he can tell whether it gets touched or not. I don't have a good angle.
His credentials stack up better than mine anyway. Marlin with the serve, 8-6. Haley Weiss at the top of her arc, and then Carl misses it long. Maya Carl in there for the Saints. She's actually, I thought she was rotating out. No, it's on the Spartan side.
Oh, guess who came in over here for our nemesis, Miss 19.
And there's a point. So Eric Cottrell is who you're referring to. She just rotated in. Now Ruff to serve at 8-all.
She's the main reason they beat us, I think.
I think you're right. It's a shot by Winter, goes for the tip, covered by Ruff. Now Haley Weiss puts it back across the net, and then it's put down by Winter. Elise Winter with the point.
One of the things, because there's so many tall players, we're seeing a lot more quick play around the net.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting the ball quick, tipping the ball. You can do that if you have height.
There's a rough. Oh, and Ruff's going to be called for. So that was a rough. A rough set. As well as rough setting it.
It's a long day. You're starting to make puns.
I know it. My dad jokes are starting to come out. Winter serving 10-8. It's a good pass by Weiss. Rough back set to Weiss. She was not able to, wasn't ready for it. Yamakowski to Carl, and a carry off of Yamakowski. So you're right. So you were anticipating the matchup between these two setters, and we've seen errors on both sides now.
I know. Everybody's.
They're getting a little tired. It's late in the afternoon. They've been hanging out in the commons in their huddle groups. Weiss serving 9-10. And she gets an ace off the side of Brooklyn Miller.
To even.
And the first set.
I thought Xavier was going to get ahead. They were ahead by 3, weren't they?
Yeah. Weiss serving 10-all. Brooklyn Miller with the pass. Yamakowski back sets to Carl. Carl's going to come up with the kill. As Weiss not able to go down and get it. Now Brooklyn Miller to step back and serve at 11-10. Oh, nice dig by Macy Cadlick. Quick set to Ivester, she misses it long. Hey, here's some shocking news. Number 3 Oklahoma gets beat at home by Kansas State, 38-35. The Wildcats came back and scored 24 unanswered points.
Well, you know, it's a shortened football season and people don't practice as much. And
ooh, joust at the net, one, this time by Yamakowski.
I told you she was a good setter.
She beat the left-hander, Emily Wood, at the net. Partly because Wood was already on her way down when she made contact with the ball.
Yeah.
Just didn't get as much on it as she wanted to. Yamakowski with a nice serve, dug by Cadlick. And then a tip over the top by Ruff.
It's just that a good setter has a good sense of timing, and so when it comes to blocking, they're usually there.
Right. So now to serve, Riley Morgan for the Spartans at 12-all. Some sweat or something on the floor. Ivester cleans it up.
Well, it's been a long day. A lot of stuff collects.
Yeah. Morgan serving 12-all. Ooh, tough return by Miller. And then high off the block is Garrison. She knocks it off of the Klein block. And then steps back to serve with the lead at 13-12. Serve gathered in by Thompson. And then Wood hits it through the block. That's a tough block to hit through, and McGill and Ivester.
It was.
And the big lefty
But she
able to
didn't
handle
hit it real hard. It was sort of semi-speed with a lot of spin. It had a lot of overspin, so if it hits the block, it's going to fall down. And if the block is not penetrating the net, as Dolphy will tell you every time, if you don't penetrate the net, the ball's going to fall on your side.
McGill hits it hard. Wood returns it, though. Ruff grabs it.
Somebody hit the net.
And they're going to call.
No, he's going to call the wrong side. I think the.
So we got a net violation there. It was a good block at the net by Ivester and McGill.
I think the.
Klein was involved in the shot.
I think the Pleasant Valley player hit the net.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like the arm of Chloe Klein as she came down.
Well, I think the down official was going to call Xavier in the net. Well, just like I can't always tell whether the ball is in or out on the line, how can I tell who hit the net?
That's an important point. We're sitting here at 13-all in the first set.
They may call a replay on this if they can't decide.
Hey, if you haven't been around today and you're just now finding out that you can be watching these games and enjoying the action over here in Mount Vernon, this is the Mustang Vision. It's a product that we've put together to answer the call for limited attendance at our sporting events this year, and they are going to give the point to the Spartans, calling the combination of McGill or Ivester into the net. I haven't seen them put up a number yet.
Well, the up official's showing the Xavier team in front of himself. We can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they called somebody from Xavier in the net.
That's the golden voice of Truman Jordan, our expert analyst here for volleyball in Mount Vernon. I'm Jim Beatty with the call all season long for you. My second year in a row of doing volleyball. It might be my third, actually. I can't remember. I think it is my third year. Point to the Saints, tying it up again, getting the point off the block. Now Ritter in at 14-all. Ooh, tough to the ground. Nice dig, though, and a nice recovery by the Spartans between Thompson and Ruff. Oh, and they're going to call the point. It was off the floor. I thought surely that hit the floor.
It hit the floor. She short-hopped it and scooped it right back.
Ritter serving 15-14. And she goes long with it. What, 5-5? She's got to work awfully hard to put energy into that ball. Yeah. And every once in a while, you can just put a little extra in there. Oh, and it knocked the phone camera off the wall.
Xavier's been serving really tough, I think, this game.
I think they have, too. Carl goes deep with the tip shot off of Wood and then Klein. They get it back across the net. Here's going to be a quick set to Carl, and she goes long with it.
Carl doesn't usually hit those out. She usually is quite controlled.
Yeah, that was Yamakowski with what I thought was a pretty good set for her. And
yes. I think she likes them a little shorter than the outside hitters.
Macy Cadlick not able to come up with that one. And the Spartans have opened up a 17-15 lead on the Saints. Saints are winless on the day.
Xavier came into the day 15-1, and they haven't won yet.
And second ranked in 4A. There's a nice shot by Winter.
And you can tell they're a good team.
Oh, they're great. Taylor Marlin to serve at 16-17. Ruff sets up. Haley Weiss with the kill down the middle. Actually hitting it into the middle from the left side. Now Cora Ruff serving 18-16.
Yeah.
Carl with a nice work. That's going to be, should have been 4, I thought, but that's okay. I'm not keeping track. Carl with a point. So they got it anyway.
Yeah, she's quick around the net.
She is. She is. She's not going to miss many opportunities.
But
Cadlick goes out.
Pleasant Valley made a great save on the shot before. These net people are very quick.
Winter serving.
With their hands and saving balls off blocks.
Oh, tough kill by Haley Weiss. Winter got her hands on it, but that was it. And it's now side out to the Spartans, 19-17.
Xavier needs to get this point.
Garrison's going to get underneath of it, push it across.
He didn't call a carry on that.
Thompson. Cottrell tried to give her best shot at it. Now Garrison blocked by Cottrell for the point.
That was a very nice block. Xavier doesn't call timeouts. He doesn't like to call timeouts. Most coaches would call a timeout right here.
Spartans control this first set, 2017. Here in match 5 of the Mount Vernon Fall Classic. There's a bump to Garrison. Garrison's going to miss wide. Line judge had the flag in the air before the ball even crossed.
I've noticed she's been doing that. She's been calling balls before they actually land.
There's a timeout called. You were just suggesting maybe it was time.
Yeah.
And able to make that happen.
I should be careful about this line judge. She's a Mount Vernon player.
She is. So we're at 21-17, and the Spartans are pretty much in control here in set 1. It's been a back and forth first set of this 5th match. Two teams that have a couple games underneath of them. Xavier 0-2 and Pleasant Valley 1-1. Pleasant Valley having dropped their first match to West Des Moines Valley, and Xavier having lost to Mount Vernon, followed by losing just a bit ago to West Des Moines Valley. So you got Xavier that's 0-2, Pleasant Valley 1-1, Mount Vernon 1-1, and West Des Moines Valley 2-0. Which is why they play these games, because you wouldn't have thought that to be the case today.
Oh.
Ooh, and Brenna Miller not able to come up with it. Or Brooklyn Miller not able to come up with it.
That's not good.
Another ace. Haley Weiss serving at 22-17. Spartans in.
Pleasant Valley's definitely in control now.
This nice pass by Garrison. Going to back set Carl. Oh, and Emily Wood comes up with a hard shot. They're able to control it, put it back in play, take it deep. Thompson's going to bump set. Cottrell goes, oh, and it's called in by the line judge. And they're going to say she's.
Oh, no, she changed her call.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're going to say she had the wrong signal.
Yeah, she may have. Sometimes you put your flag in the wrong direction. I've been there. I've done that.
Well, of course. Brooklyn Miller serving. 18-22. Back set to Cottrell. Cottrell gets it almost down. Yamakowski is a big shot by Winter, missed. Now Garrison deep into the back row. Ruff sets up. Emily Wood to put it away.
Oh, those left-handers, they can do that.
She's done that numerous times today.
She really has a nice swing.
Both times that we've seen the Spartans, they've been on the left court, so it's nice to have them over here on the right and get to watch that from right in front of us. Oh, and a nifty little move at the net by Yamakowski, as that was a slight overpass, but she adjusted nicely to it, and so she steps back to serve, needing points.
Pleasant Valley should have seen that coming, but because I could see it coming.
19-23. Ruff sets up front to Emily Wood, puts it away. Set point coming here for the Spartans.
Look who was blocking out there. 13 and 17.
She hit it right through him.
Oh,
or by him. I think she stayed this side of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, what are they doing that she can hit by him like that? Smart hitter.
Riley Morgan serving for the set. Brooklyn Miller with a pass. Yamakowski. They're going to give the set to Pleasant Valley on double contact. So Pleasant Valley goes up a set. They have a chance to sweep this match. We've only had one sweep so far. That was Mount Vernon over Xavier in the first match of the day. Everything has gone 3 sets, and they've been tightly contested 3 sets. We haven't had any walk in the parks.
This is one of the biggest, 25-17 is one of the biggest score disparities so far, isn't it?
25-19. We had a 25-18. This was 25-19.
Oh, yeah, right.
And well, I guess they're the third set that Pleasant Valley beat Mount Vernon. That was a walk in the park for them. That was 15-6.
Yeah.
So that was really the biggest point differential outside of our first victory over Xavier.
You know, I was thinking about Xavier while they were playing, because they just slipped a little bit in this first set. That maybe part of the problem with them all day has been that in the second set against Mount Vernon, weren't they ahead like 24-21, something like that?
In the second set?
In the second set, they let us come back. And we won that set eventually 28-26.
Right, that's right. Yeah, they had set point, and we came back and tied it, and then took it out in overtime. So the Mount Vernon coaches have come in to run the line judges.
So the players can
go get warmed up.
Mentally prepare themselves for the